Hello friends, welcome into my channel today. My name is Shary. Thanks for joining me. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, you know the drill. As always, welcome back. I'm back today with, this is week 38 of Roxy's weekly challenge that comes to us from Rachel over at Roxy Creations on YouTube. I will have her channel listed below. So she made ephemera holders, a large, extra large ephemera holder. I made a pretty big one myself. Excuse me. Mine's not as big as hers. And then on her most current video, she made a little bit smaller one, and she did a little decorating on the spine. I already did that in the beginning, and I did make a video of me doing that. So if you watch all the way to the end of this video, there'll be an end card, and that'll link my other video where I showed you how I put this together. And what I want to show you in this video is what I've done so far. So as far as business goes, let's get that out of the way. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, and it lets YouTube know that people are watching my content and interacting with me. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that little notification bell. That way you should get a notification whenever I upload a video. So if you would do those things for me, I would really appreciate it, and it helps me to be able to put out more videos and content for you. So let me show you what I've done. I purchased some index, oops, and I just tipped them over, index card pockets. It was this Juval. I got it off of Amazon, so I will link these in my Amazon things that I use portion in the description box of my video. You just go to the more, click on more, and it'll should bring down everything. So if you're interested in these, I'll put the link to them. It's 100. They're 3x5, and they're adhesive, so they stick right on the page. This is what they look like. And I'm going to show you what I've done with some of them so far. So I'm really excited about this because I really needed something like this for my ephemera. And I'm really thinking that having it out like this, which makes me now, I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to use my ephemera more, because a lot of times things just get put into bins or boxes or whatever, and then they just don't get used. So anyway, this is the outside. It's an old book from, I put the thing in the back, 1789 to 1909 is what it says on there. So the spine did fall apart. I had to remake a new spine and put that in. And then this is the inside. I just put a little Chili's bag in here because I had it. I just made a little pocket. Actually, it's made out of a piece of a Tim Holtz, something I purchased that contained Tim Holtz items. And so I just repurposed it for a little pocket in the front. I went ahead and I put my vinyl index card pockets on. These I did the two, I just did the full size. Some of them I cut in half, and I'll show you how I did that. But I decided just to put the larger pieces here, because I always had these in a baggie and I never would think to use them. And I love using them. I just would never think about it. So the larger people are here, over here and here as well. And then these are where I stuck the smaller little fellas. These two are full size. These I cut in half. And then the part that doesn't have the bottom, I just ran a little bead of my art glitter glue wherever I cut it, just to kind of help hold. I don't think it really matters, but I just wanted to sort of reinforce it that way. And so then I put the little people, the smaller ones, over here. These are all the adults. So now they're easy to see and get to. Over here I put the kids, and I put the bigger ones on this page, as you can see, and I did the full-size index card pockets. So these are the bigger kids over on this side that I had so far in my stash, and these are all of the littler kids. I did put the bigger of the small ones over here. She's kind of twisting around there, but that really helps hold them nice and neat. So this, I believe, is Tim Holtz, but don't quote me on it. I've had it for a long time. I've had them in these little bins, and they've just been sitting kind of over by my sewing machine. Well, now I can access them and see them, and I'm much more likely to use them in my journals. These as well, I believe, came from probably the same time I bought all this, so I can't tell you exactly where these came from. I wish I could, but I can't. So again, I just put the larger pocket on the bottom and then cut one in half and put two smaller ones here so that I could stick these little pieces in. And the glued ones seem to be holding just fine. They don't seem to be coming out. Oh yeah, no, they don't. They're holding just fine. So yeah, if you glue them with a little art glitter glue. So that way I just thought if I put my big ones here and then a couple small ones, that I could put the small ephemera. Same here. This is some that I had. I put 1, 2, 3, 4. I cut 2 of them in half. Again, did the same thing so I could accommodate smaller pieces. So I put all the mushrooms here, butterflies, flowers, and these are just some random bugs that were floating about in my ephemera. So the bugs got to go up there on the top. Sometimes their little legs get stuck. This section I actually glued down. I got this off Amazon as well, and I'll link it. It's Enerza Scrapbook Supplies, but it was, I think it's kind of like a small company, because I did get a really nice, like, thank you for help supporting my shop, you know, kind of a thing with my orders. So I wanted to acknowledge that, and I'll put that in the show notes as well. But these are just some of the small cards. Like, they're on just regular printer paper, but I divided them up a little bit. Some are animals. These are more woodland, field note kind of little papers, but these are pretty to glue to like a tag or a journal card, just for something, another layer. These are some cute little frames that came in with this set of ephemera that I could fit here, and I thought those were cute. Over here are more of these cards again, a lot of celestial ones, some food ones, and then just sort of some random, I did some, I'd call them botanicals. These are, I believe both of these are washi tape, and then just a bunch of little, again, pieces of ephemera that you can stick on cards or make clusters, whatever. It's just sort of a random bunch of things. These I had to make a little side tuck for because they're bigger and they wouldn't fit. So there's just some little like typewriter, letters, a bigger frame, some words, some sort of real thin, almost tissuey paper stuff, and then some stickers. So these I just thought, well, we'll just make a little side tuck and that can hold those. And then these also came in that same kit as well, and these are more just the little, like the fussy cuts. So there was a couple larger ones I put there, some fun little like Route 66. I really like this little mason jar guy. Oops, that one might not have held real well, but a little mason jar, some little clocks, and then some other pre-cut ephemera, butterflies and such. So that's all I have in here so far. But what I wanted to do is just sort of do a couple pages and show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip this signature because I have a little basket here that just has some kind of random stuff that's very similar to what I already have. My mother-in-law gave me. She bought a big pack of ephemera long time ago and gave me a bunch of it. So I don't think that's going to take up very many pages, but I thought since it was similar, I would go ahead and skip this signature because this ephemera holder has 5 signatures. So we've got plenty more. And I'm going to make this one my Rachel from Roxy Creations. This is going to be the section I'm going to use for her ephemera. Now I have these I've had for quite a long time. I did a journal from her Italian kit. Oh gosh, a couple years ago maybe. And this is some of the ephemera that I had left from it. So I thought that would be kind of fun to do. And then I also printed out some of her tags. This is kit 7 of her decorated tags. And I'm going to cut these out and put these in as well. And then whenever I do a Rachel kit and I have leftover ephemera or anything like that, I can add it in here and I can have like a little Rachel section until we fill this up completely, and then who knows, things could get moved around. But just wanted to share with you how easy this is to do, but how nice it is to have it at hand. So these ones, I'm going to take the whole thing on this one, and I'm going to come to the inside here. Did I start that on the outside? I did. You know what? I'm going to start it on the outside because why not? I like to kind of try to come down as low as I can, especially if I use a couple that I cut in half. Gives me a little bit more room, or I can fit 2 of these 3x5 size on here. So what I was thinking, because I have these larger journal cards, some of them I've backed with coffee dyed paper and some I have not. So what I want to do is just sort of see how far, because I think the rest of these tags. So yeah, I think we'll do 2 on this page. It just really is neat to be able to do this and keep everything together. And I want to print out some Tracy Fox labels and have a little Tracy Fox section. And then you could do this too with your pre-made ephemera. I don't see why you couldn't. It might get bulked up a little bit, but for these types of things, it works fantastic. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in here. That one's backed. And that way, like if I decide to do another Italian kit, I've already got some of the ephemera, so maybe I don't have to print out as much because I know I've already got plenty of journal cards. And I pack these pockets pretty full, so, you know, you don't have to, but I find I can get quite a bit in there. These were a couple little side tuck things, and then these are just, well, that's some more, you know what, we might, that's just a couple of them there. And then this one we can do some tags in. But aren't these great? I mean, these are just perfect. Tell you, when they're out of sight and out of mind, you don't use them. But when you've got them right here and you can see them, And it doesn't, I don't even have to use these in a Roxy journal. I can use these in whatever, you know, suits the project I'm working on. That's the best part about it. At least you can see it. I might have to do another page. So we could do, let's take out these bulkier ones that were backed. Let's do another page. Let's go on the back here and we'll put another one of these large ones. Again, I try to come down as low as I can and sort of centered as well as I can. We'll do 2 more on this page. So easy to put on, easy to cut. In Roxy's first video where she was doing the ephemera holder, she had different size pockets, so that was kind of neat too. That's sort of what gave me the idea to just cut some of the ones that I had, because I thought, well, I looked at them and I considered purchasing the various size ones, but I decided this time I'm just going to try it this way. And then if I decide later or feel that I need to, I can purchase different size ones. But they cut very easily. And then we have a few more tags here that we're going to put in. Once you get them in, sometimes it's a little tough getting them in there, but they do hold quite a bit. So as I said, I will link them so you will see in my videos while I'm making my journals. I will be utilizing a lot more of this ephemera that I have had in my stash, cut out and ready to go for a very long time, and simply just did not use. But now I'm excited because I'm going to get to use it. And I'm going to stick these 2 little, I mean, they're tags, but it doesn't matter. They can go right there. So what I thought, and I haven't been saving these. I mean, I know we save a lot of stuff, but I'm not saving those. So what I thought I would do on this page is show you, some of these tags are bigger though. So let's consider, we're going to do just a little bit of cutting. I'm not going to make this a very long video. I don't want to do, whoops, got to take your cover off your scissors, dummy. Oh, school bus. Hear the school bus. And so can the doggies. So I hope you are all well today. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It's Monday as I'm filming this. I just got a little bit of a late start today filming, primarily because I was working on getting these pockets filled. Sorry about my dogs. One will bark and then it makes the other one howl. And vice versa. Then that one will bark and it makes the other one howl. So that's Max and Willow, by the way. So yeah, we have some pretty tall tags. So let's go ahead and do a full pocket. Put it down here. And these labels I just printed on printer paper. I think that works just fine. I'll do most of this fussy cutting off camera. I just wanted to do a few of the larger ones with you so we could sort of see a little bit of what my thought process is here on the ephemera holders. This has been a great one, Rachel. Really has. I needed these so bad. And it also gave me an idea on how to do it on another one that I sort of started a while back ago. I think I showed you in a video quite some time ago. But I just really wasn't quite sure how I was going to put everything in it, and this just really solved my problem. I mean, I know there's probably plenty of videos out there on making ephemera holders, but I just really had never watched one, I guess. And so when I saw Rachel do this one, it was like an aha moment for me. I do need to get a few more, well, I don't have to, but I'd like to get a few more old hardback books like this that I can utilize and make more ephemera holders, but I'm going to have to hit the thrift store or an estate sale or something like that for more. So these are pretty easy tags to cut out. These have the Rachel corners on them. Snip the corner. That makes it easy, doesn't it? I was kind of snipping over here so that I wasn't making a mess on my desk, but I guess I should, I mean on my book, but I should snip here so you can see what I'm snipping. See? Then just, so what I'll do probably on this page is I'll do 2 full ones. I just printed out the whole kit. Actually, I printed it twice because the first time I didn't realize I was printing it double-sided. So I'll do all these larger ones here and then the smaller ones in the other, cut them in, you know, smaller and do them that way. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. It's been pretty nice here today. It's a little bit breezy. But we're still supposed to get into like the 80s, I think. What is it right now? Oh, 79, so that's pretty nice. Haven't been outside too much today except to hang some laundry, hang the bedding from, usually do my sheets on Mondays, and blankets. So I hung those out on the line and had to clean up some of the dog mess in the yard. You know, if you have dogs, you know how that goes. They have to be cleaned up after. So we know this is our Rachel section. And we could even put something here. I don't need to because I know it's my Rachel section, but you know, you certainly could if it makes you feel better to. I did label that one section because I knew I'd never be able to remember the name if I didn't put that there or keep it. We took a really pretty side-by-side ride yesterday up to the zone. My husband got a deer tag this year. He hasn't deer hunted in decades, really, but he wanted to get a tag this year, so he did. Was lucky he got a tag. The way California does it, you have to be drawn, so it's a California thing, you know how California is. Anyway, the area that he gets to hunt, we trailered our side-by-side. It's only about 10 miles. It's just one of the areas he could go, but we trailered about 10 miles and took the side-by-side and went up through the area. It's so pretty. You go through the pinyon pines, although we were really surprised because usually in the fall, later fall, is when you get the pinyon pine nuts. But the pine cones were like, we would have thought they would have been far more developed than they were by now. So I don't know if it's just a late year for the pine nuts or the pinyon nuts or what it is. But we were hoping we would get some this year because they're so good and they're so easy to go pick. But by the looks of things yesterday, I don't know if they're going to be ready by fall. I mean, we already are almost to October, so what's that tell you? So I'll put another pocket on here. Oops, sorry, trying to just get those little pieces out there. But yeah, it's really nice to have all these little labels ready to go. Get out of the way, you. Like I said, 100 of them in a thing was, I kind of try to come down a little, give myself plenty of room. And I can't remember how much it was. I'm going to say maybe $8.99 something. I can't really remember without looking at my invoice, but definitely not super expensive. That's why I went ahead and got the 100 piece, because figured I would use them, and then if I'm cutting them into half or even getting 4 on a page, then I'm getting even more, which makes it nice. See how easy it is just to pop those in there, and then you're all set. That was my problem before, like with a kit. A lot of times I'll have some of the leftover fussy cuts, or I won't use all the fussy cuts, and then it's like, well, where do I put them? And then, like I said, I'd end up putting them in a baggie or in a... I do have kind of like a little folder thing that I will keep some leftover kit stuff in. Kind of keep it labeled, you know, so I'll know whether it was, you know, like Joey Cardmaker or the Rusty Gardener or Artie Mays or something like that. You know, that way I can give credit where credit is due when I'm utilizing those pieces. But let's do a couple more of these. They're pretty easy to do. So yeah, so that may change, but I do sort of keep those kinds of things together. That way I can remember what goes with what kit. And I'll make a Joey Cardmaker section here too. Because sometimes I have some leftover ephemera, or I print out more than one. You know, that's an option as well. Just depending on what I'm doing with it. But I really just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to put together these little ephemera holders once you have your cover made and you get your signatures in. Then you just come along and you come along and get your pockets in. See? This guy's just, I think we'll do one more and we will go ahead and call it a video. I wasn't intending on this being a long video. I mainly just wanted to share with you what I was doing and how I'm completing Roxy's challenge for the ephemera holders. Now, she hasn't showed too much that I've seen of how she's putting her ephemera in, so you might want to check that out. But this is just how I'm doing mine. And they will be at the ready whenever I want them or need them. And then what's nice too, I think a lot of Rachel's stuff sort of goes together really nice. So say I just started a new kit of hers, then I've always got these labels and stuff. I think I got a little piece of extra paper there. Yeah, I do, but come on, you little guy, you come out of there. Well, he just does not want to come out of there. There he goes. He's going to have to. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed seeing how I'm putting together my ephemera holder for Roxy's weekly challenge 37, and then this one is number 38. But the only thing is this page is a little bendy because it's so thick. So my little sides, I think with time they'll stick. They just maybe are getting bent a little bit and not sticking down as well as they should. Plus I did pack some of them pretty full. But I think they'll eventually stick real well. Only the ones that were a little full. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I'm setting up my ephemera holder for this challenge and how it's looking so far. And you can see it's going to be pretty big by the time I get the rest of the signatures done in this particular one. All right, guys, take good care, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.